Welcome to M.O.P Classroom. This is Dr. Bhuvana from the Department of Communication and Media Studies, PG program in Communication. Today's session is about the basics of public relation. Let me start with the definition of public relations. Public relations or PR is the strategic communication process that builds and maintains beneficial relationship between an organization or an individual with its public. Public relations or PR is significant because it maintains information about an organization or an individual with its public. The main goal of PR is to shape perception, build reputation, and most importantly, gain public trust. Here is an example of public relations. All of us know that Tata Group of companies have always involved themselves with corporate social responsibilities. Their CSR includes building of schools, developing rural areas, and also promoting sustainability. It is important that any organization has to be in the good books of the public or other stakeholders, and Tata Group of companies is no exceptional. We have the Tata Group of companies to communicate with the public and other stakeholders through social media, interviews, and press releases as well. So in the process, what happens is that it creates a positive image about the company to the public and other stakeholders. Let's move on with the characteristics of public relation, starting off with two-way communication. Public relation is a two-way communication where it promotes a dialogue between the organization or an individual with the audience. Say for example, with the roads being dug out due to the construction of the metro railway, we have the Chennai Metro Rail communicating with its commuters about metro safety, about the feedback and opinion, and various other things. So basically it creates a two-way communication so that it can improvise itself. The next characteristics of public relation is deliberate and planned. As I told you, public relation is the strategic communication process. It is deliberate, it is planned, and it's absolutely intentional. Say for example, we have the Chennai Book Fair happening every year, and this event is articulated and executed so well that everything is all about planning and intentional, as I told you. The third characteristics of public relation is the relationship oriented. So public relation is something to do with a long-term relationship. It maintains a long-term relationship. For example, we have the Apollo group of hospitals. Every patient after the visit to the hospital, the group makes sure that it takes the feedback and opinion from its patient. We have the image and reputation building. Public relation works definitely to create a positive image about an organization or an individual, be it building a reputation or creating a perception or gaining public interest. It's all about the public relations. The next characteristics of public relation is mutually beneficial. Public relation is all about the win-win. And for example, we have the ITC group of hotels who have built a strong green image, and the customers who come to ITC, they enjoy the luxury and most importantly in the name of promoting sustainability as well. The next characteristics of public relation is a management function. Any organization, you have the PR being in the part of decision making and crisis management. And you have the ethics and honesty, which is the next characteristics of public relation. PR is something to do with the truth and ethical communication. A month back we had the Hindu apologizing on the confusion it had created on the readers, as in it said that Indian aircraft was involved with Operation Sindoor, and immediately it came up with a post telling that its information was incorrect. So public relation is all about being truthful and ethical. The next characteristics of public relation is use of PR tools. As I told you, social media, interviews, press release, and so many internal and external communication are a part of PR tools. The next public relation is media relation. It is important for any organization to have a good rapport with the public, and with respect to public relation, it maintains a long-lasting relationship with journalists and other media houses. And the next functions of public relation is the community relation. It is important that public relation always maintains a positive communication with the brand as such. For example, we have the TVS Motor Company. The company as such, it makes sure that it helps in building roads, schools, etc. And this interference of theirs in corporate social responsibility is the best way for it to get projected positively in the eyes of the people. And then the next functions of public relation is the corporate communication. For example, we have the Parry, which is one of the group of Murugappa company. We have the Parry where it communicates internally as well as externally with its employees and the public as well. With terms of internal communication, it includes the intranet and the newsletter. With respect to communicating with the public, it is something to do with the press releases and annual reports. Let's move on with the trends in public relation. With the advent of social media and other technological developments, it is important that public relation has to get trending, and for that we have so many trends that PR is actually into. And the first being, we have the digital and social media PR. The interference of the public relation in both digitally is taken and seat forward comparative to the traditional way of communicating with the public. And second is influencer collaboration. With so many social medias and so many influencers doing the rounds, we have the public relation also to combine or rope up with the influencer to get hold of the niche audience and communicating about any organization. And we have the crisis and reputation management in real time, especially during crisis like Chennai floods of 2015. We had so many companies, NGOs and even the Greater Chennai Corporation interfering and also convening over the natural calamity. The demands and supplies were also communicated to the public through social media. The next trend in public relation includes the corporate social responsibility or the CSR communication. So all of them know that CSR is the best way to get themselves projected positively in the eyes of the people. And next is data driven and PR and analytics. So everything is measurable nowadays, be it the sentiment, be it the emotion, or be it the mechanics of what people want, the buying supply, whatever, we have the analytics to help us. So the trend is a lot of campaigns are being done. The public relation does so many campaigns and these are all measurable, and there are certain data tools to assess a campaign whether it is successful or not, and to also evaluate themselves and also make sure whether the campaign is reached the public and is become effective. That is also one trend of the public relation. And at last we have the personal branding and thought leadership. And here we have the CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, who is a thought leader, especially with the AI ethics and cloud computing. And the trend is that all these executives and all these founders are being positioned in the industry as thought leaders. The next trend in public relation is hyperlocal and regional PR. So it is important to catch hold of the niche audience, regional audience and the local audience. So as public relation, the communication is put forward to cover all types of audience, and that is one of the important trend to reach out to the public at all levels. And we have the visual story and video PR. Everything is all about visual nowadays, right? Because we want visuals, we want videos, we want that visual image because we feel that visual image will be present in our mind for a very long time, unlike the text. So another trend of PR is like using videos, reels, short film. The public relations also use these tools as communication so that that communication actually exists in the minds of the audience for a very long time. And then we have the sustainability communication. Everything nowadays is all about sustainability, promoting sustainability and SDG goals. So it is important that PR also intervenes and go out of the way to pick up all these SDG goals and connect it with their communication so that a positive image is being brought by it through the public. And we have a lot of brand activity and brand awareness to initiate as a part of corporate social responsibility combining with the SDG goals. So the conclusion is that as organizations navigate a complex media landscape, public relation continue to be the cornerstone of any effective and successful communication. So it is important to know about the basics of public relation, be it its characteristics or functions, or trends, it is important to know about all these things to have an public engagement and also to make sure that a brand is successful, and especially in today's industry. Thank you. Hope you liked the video. Like, share and subscribe to M.O.P Classroom for more such videos. Thank you.